Good morning. Today is November 18th, 5:22 in the morning. Getting some energy. Thanks for checking up on me. Saying hello. Leave a comment down below. Let me know that you checked on old Jesse over here. Oh, I appreciate being out here. So fresh, so clean. Air is crisp. This morning's kind of a little bit warm actually. It's a little bit muggy, but still beats at home. Being at home, being in the room, kind of between those four walls that I see for the rest of my day normally. I've been thinking about choices and how choices can lead to inaction, not action, inaction. And I read this something interesting yesterday about this company. They really want to encourage their employees to sign up for retirement plans. And so management decided that they looked at the current management plans and they said, we don't have enough options here. So what they did, they found 10 more options, then 20 more options. And they said, okay, that's about right. They have about 30 options now for a retirement plan. And then they proposed it to their employees. Which of them would want to sign up for a retirement plan? And take a guess. How many people actually signed up for a retirement plan now that they had 30 options instead of 20 options, instead of 10 options? For every 10 more options that they figured out, 10 more different configurations of the retirement plan, they saw that the people who decided to invest in it dropped by 5%. So every 10 plans they put on, 5% dropped off. And they said they noticed that having more options on the plate led to less action or less people investing in their retirement. So they decided to take away the 20 newly added options to the retirement plans, and they saw the rise back in people who are investing in their retirement. So that's pretty interesting, huh? You ever went to a buffet and you've got 1,000 options? Literally, it may be the restaurant is called Buffet of 1,000 Options. So you get to the buffet, and then there is all the food in front of you, but you have a really hard time making a decision. So you walk down the line, you look at the food, you look at the rice, you look at the katsu, you look at the chicken. Oh, there's seafood there, some sushi there. It's so much options that it actually doesn't make it any easier for you to decide. So that's the paradox of choices. More choices typically leads to less action. Whereas if you went to a mom and pop shop and they had chicken with rice or chicken with rice and gravy, it's an easy decision. You either choose A or you choose B. You know what you're getting into, and it makes that transaction a lot easier. So how does that apply to us? Well, yesterday I've been playing with the idea of moving around I call it my daily dump. Basically, it's whatever I have in my head, I put it onto paper in the morning, whether it's affirmations, whether it's my journaling, whether it's my morning worships, my daily texts. Like I have different locations for each one, and which are not wrong in itself, because sometimes the change of environment, when I go upstairs, maybe I don't want to sit in front of my table that I'm going to be sitting in front of for the rest of the day. So I have another table to the right where I do my journaling and my affirmations. But yesterday I was fiddling around with the thought that maybe I want to consolidate some of that into one location. So I went online and I've been looking for I guess you can say diary apps, journaling apps. And I tell you, man, there are a dime a dozen online. There are so many choices. So many choices. And then you go down that rabbit hole, right? You're trying to find the best and the best value for yourself is my mile. Trying to find the best value for yourself. So you go online, you start Googling top 10 journaling apps, and you got like 10 different websites and they're top number one, because you figure you just compare the number one and maybe all the number ones are going to be the same anyway. So you compare 10 websites with the number one, and now those all number ones are different. Okay, so then you go in, investigate each one. You go up into YouTube and you type in this diary app and you watch the review on that, then you see another one, then you Google that, and it's a spiral. It really is. Long story short, yesterday I just cut I cut the research, and I just bought an app. It had good reviews, and the one thing I really like about it, and I will talk about this app later, but the one thing I like about it is that it's a one-time purchase. All the other competitors out there, they're all on subscription basis, which is like, oh, it's cheap, it's just $2 a month. $2 a month. Yeah, that's true. But at the end of the year, that's $24. At the end of a few years, if I want to keep using it, then, you know, 48, 64, that kind of stuff. And yeah, I just don't want to sign up for that. I just sign up for that. So anyway, 48, 72, not 64. So yeah, choices. Have you ever had that problem in your life? You got too many choices, and it leads to inaction. I'm not the only person that feels like this, and yeah, just too many choices. You know, you shop for shoes, you shop online. You know, Black Friday's coming up. You're looking online, and you want to pick. You know, you have it in your mind. You want to pick up a new refrigerator, or you want to pick up a new microwave. Okay, now you've got thousands and thousands of options. It makes that decision so much harder, and what that leads to is just overflow, an overwhelming amount of resources and research, and you know, but in the end, a lot of times it leads to no actionable results. You know, it's just like, okay, I've done 12 hours of research and I still haven't come to a decision. Well, it would have been easier if you just decided from the beginning. Just picked one. Yeah, we all go through that. Choices lead to being overwhelmed, and little choices. That's why you have big, mega billionaires who are all about that very structured life in their wardrobe. I think it was like Mark Zuckerberg. He has like one set of clothes, and he just buys 100 of them, and he wears them. And it's all the same blue shirt, all the same slacks, and it's just that makes it easy. You open up your closet and boom, like I know exactly what I'm going to wear today. There's no choice, which leads to, if you have too many choices, your brain gets overwhelmed, and you have to make these small little decisions. You use a little bit of brain power every time you make a decision, and especially when there's a comparison, you have to decide, you know. So when there's 10 things you're choosing between, you're actually using a little bit of your willpower for that day. Why not better save that willpower for another action, like getting out? Or maybe you're setting up a weight loss plan for yourself, and okay, so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, okay, and then like week 2, week 3 out, okay, I'm gonna do this and this and this, and then like you start planning the whole thing, so many options, and then you never get it done. So just do it. You can move, you can pivot along the way. It's not a problem. And I have to I remind myself about this all the time too. I'm not, you know, immune to these feelings, and I guess the reason I share these feelings is because I have these feelings. But yeah, we're not alone, and if there's too many choices, just bite the bullet and just go with that one. And if it doesn't work out later on in the future, you can always change. But because you made the decision, that means you can get started now, and you can get on with your life in the direction that you've been choosing with that decision. Unless it's a buffet, then stand there and make the best decision, because that chicken katsu isn't going to eat itself. All right, I love you guys. Thank you guys very much for checking up on me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, self-discipline, name of the game. Keep it up. And if you've got goals, walking, swimming, exercise goals, like get it done today, just a little bit. If you can't go for a run, go for a walk. If you can't get out of the house, go for a walk. Just stand up a couple times. Track it, and make sure today you say, okay, I did 10 stand-ups from the couch. Okay, tomorrow I'll do 20. Who knows? You just see that number increase, then you get a little more motivation within yourself to keep on going. Okay, I'm overdue. Love you guys. Aloha, and see you guys tomorrow. Take care.